Hey everyone. Well, the Blackhawks keep screwing up again and again. Today we found out that Connor Bedard surgery went really was. You can see by ESPN. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for 4 months to recover. That's okay. So that's not so bad. Well, it is bad, and I'll tell you why. One, if he comes back, it doesn't mean he's going to be good. Meaning he's going to recover from injury. So let's say he takes 4 months off. That's called healing the arm. That will also pertain to training. I mean, like rehabilitation, retraining that arm, getting it strong enough. That means the Blackhawks are not going to have their number one star. They're going to be playing on disadvantage. The season can be over before it starts. Another thing that's really bad is, especially for Connor Bedard, his contract value will not be as great as he wants it to be. Because this entire offseason we've been hearing, Bedard going to get a new contract. Bedard is going to get a very most ridiculous amount of contract. 12 years, 17, 50 billion, whatever. I'm being over dramatic. But now that he's hurt, and he's a restricted free agent, going to next year's, and after next year, he's going to, I believe, an unrestricted free agent. If I'm wrong, a UFA, if I'm wrong, let me know in the chat. The bad news about this is, everybody, is his value is going to go sinking. That's why a lot of players you see in other leagues, like, for example, the White Sox, Chris Sale, he signed a long-term deal ages ago, and people ask, why did you do it? Why did you sign a long-term deal now? Because it's called insurance. Connor Bedard should have signed a long-term deal a while ago. Okay, work something out, and then get injured, and then you're fine. Now the Blackhawks can come in and say to him, yeah, the high value deal that you wanted is not going to be working well for us because you're injured. We don't know how the extent that injury is going to do to your further career. So we don't know if you're valued that much, which in my opinion is smart on Chicago. The winners out of this whole thing in the end is probably the Blackhawks, because Connor Bedard is going to, hopefully he gets through this, he recovers, become a superstar. The Blackhawks now can go to him as a business deal and say, hey, you're not worth what you think you are worth. We think you're worth less for this term. Because he got hurt at the wrong deal. I also blame Kyle Davidson too. What were you doing? Why did you take such a long time to drag this out? Now maybe he was working on this deal. Maybe things were coming along. It also could be a fault for Connor Bedard too, and his agent dragging it out. Make a deal. Connor Bedard said, I don't want to leave Chicago. I like it here. They got him, that player from Buffalo, for the 4th-round pick, which is still a stupid thing. More I think about it, was really stupid. Could have gotten someone else better for it. Kept that other defenseman that you got rid of to Buffalo. This is all going to hurt the Blackhawks in the end. Now I'm hearing things from other sources that maybe the Blackhawks are going to get Patrick Kane to help with the loss of Connor Bedard. It's a disaster for Chicago. I'm a lifelong Blackhawk fan. I liked them during the blackout era. I liked them during the Stanley Cup era, and I struggle with them during this current era. I do watch other teams too. Whatever. I like the hockey and organizations. But the bad news is, this can be really bad for Connor Bedard situation. Let's say you want to trade him, his stock value goes down. This is a disaster. You should have had a deal done. Maybe he shouldn't have not been doing training as he did during this time. Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. He was practicing in Vancouver, I think, and he hurt his arm. If I was Kyle Davidson, I would have called Connor Bedard's agent saying, you were not doing any single training until a deal is signed. In fact, Bedard should have been a smart one on that too. If you have a deal, if you're working on a deal, do not do anything that's going to hurt you physically. Don't train, don't do anything. Be very careful until the contract is signed. Because I always say, personally, the deal isn't done until the ink is dry and its contract is signed. Pretty much it. So now we're looking at Connor Bedard, restricted free agent. He's there for 4 months. The Blackhawks are going to take a very long time to evaluate his new contract to be. Who knows if Bedard's going to be as great as he was from this injury? Yes, the surgery says it went really well. Yes, he's been full cover, but you know what? Not a lot of players recover after an injury like that. It's just the way it is. We don't know. A lot of unknowns. Hopefully he does and be a superstar. But the fact remains, this came at a really bad time. Because if Bedard's hurt, going into a free agency year. Now, this could be for the Hawks, great. If it's to say he starts in the middle of the year or some delays and the Blackhawks want to re-sign him in his UFA or towards the end of his RFA, they can get it for a lot cheaper and a lot longer. So it helps the organization better. So in the end, this could screw over Bedard tremendously. Either way, Kyle Davidson, whatever you're doing, should have signed Bedard long-term first, and then this. But if Bedard was playing games and saying, I'm not doing anything until I see something, and then he got hurt, well, you know, this is on you too. Those are my thoughts. Bad situation, both teams, and the organization, and the player. Let me know what your thoughts. Hopefully I'll do some streaming soon, but this was bad. Bedard, you should have gotten this done. Blackhawks, same way. All right, see you next one. Broken Stick Me out. Let us know. Take care. Bye.